Okay, friends. Hi, Doc South here. One more for Sonny's birthday week. I know back when back when I was when I was living, when we were basically all together as a family, the Sonny's mom, me, and my son Burgess and Sonny. We my job was to travel the state of Pennsylvania and analyze boilers, boiler systems, steam boilers. I had big factories. I had schools, churches. I'd go in and make sure the boiler was running right and advise them how to keep it healthy and all that. The water that goes into a boiler, if not properly treated, can damage the boiler in due time. And I did what I could to advise people to keep that from happening. And which meant I had to drive. Frankly, I think I had darn near the best job in the world. Unless something went wrong with the boiler, then it might have been a bad day. But other than that, I like I said, I'd travel often to say a school district, and I'd just go from their grade school boiler to maybe their middle school boiler, eventually to the high school. Check that boiler out. Maybe they had a few other schools in their county, and I'd run my tests. Well, sometimes when Sonny got to be about four, I'd say about 4 years old or so, I checked with my boss. It was okay with him if I brought her along. Now, I wasn't going to go into any big factories with her because, frankly, a 4-year-old in some of these factories that could be a little dangerous. They'd have a ball, but still, there's stuff that could happen. So, but schools quite often, and I thought, I remember, I think, discussing with my wife at that time, it might be nice for Sonny to see what a school's all about, what it looks like. That way she won't be all freaked out when, like I was when I first went to school. So, oh no, I didn't want to go in there. Oh no, what's in there? A school? Oh no, you don't. They were shoving me in the school. Well, anyway, so we thought, I don't know, I thought, well, if Sonny wants to ride around with me, I'll do a school district that particular day. Then it takes all day to do, and we'll have lunch, father-daughter lunch, and it seemed like it was a good idea. And she'd ride with me, we'd be listening to the radio and singing to the songs and have to stop for coffee. Not that she wanted coffee, but maybe she'd want a hot dog or something, whatever. And we'd ride along looking, at the pretty mountains and stuff. Pennsylvania's a beautiful state. And so we were having ourselves a time. And we'd get into a boiler room. I'd get to a school. I'd walk her down the hallway. I said, now we've got to check in, let them know we're here. And she's okay. And, I'd we go into the office. I'd introduce my daughter, Sonny. I said, I'm checking your boiler today. They'd say, yeah, go ahead, take her in there. Just keep an eye on her. I said, well, yeah, she knows about boilers. And actually, Sonny, for a 4-year-old, knew quite a bit about them. She knew you don't mess with any of the buttons, don't turn any valves. And she'd just be down there. She'd find, maybe there'd be a stair railing or something. She'd be swinging on that, or she'd be helping me get my water sample out of the boiler and like that, and help me run my test. Now and then she could do a test or two. And we'd write down all the data on the boiler. We'd go find the custodian. The custodians were always happy to see her. Hey, how you doing? You going to come to our school? She said, no, I'm going up in Sullivan County. I said, good. We hear that's a good school too. And she was, she was like in the know. And then we'd stop. We'd stop for lunch. Oh, of course, in the boiler, actually in the boiler room, I tell her, it might have been a time when the boilers were running. I say, you want to see what a boiler, you've always see the boilers when they're not running. You want to see what the fire's like inside them? She says, yeah, as long as I don't have to go in there. I said, no, you don't have to, come on. We open up the fire door and there's this blast of flame flowing through the boiler. I see, now you see how this works? You see this thing? This is a burner. Okay, this is the burner. Here's the fuel line to the burner, the electric line to the burner, say, It all gets together. This thing runs a air through the boiler, and then it ignites the fuel, which in this case is oil. You see it? You see the oil tank? She says, yeah, yeah. And I said, well, the oil burns. It gets much like there's sort of like a sprayer, sort of like, but not quite like a perfume sprayer that just makes it like a mist. Okay, only it's oil. Okay, and then see the spark plug. There's like a little spark plug there that ignites the oil, and then it goes out, and that mist is on fire, and it just continually goes. And then you see those pipes in up all around the flame. She says, yeah. I said, well, there's water in them, and that water's getting boiled. It's going to turn to steam, like on your stove, right? Like on the wood stove. She says, yeah, yeah. And then the steam goes up those pipes and out to the building to heat it up. Sonny's scratching her head, saying, wow, cool. And I think she got it. In fact, I know she did. I said, you remember when you were climbing in that one boiler up in Towanda? We were inside my friend Jackson and I were inside the boiler cutting the tubes out. She says, yeah, yeah. I said, well, those tubes got sick, and we had to cut them out and put new tubes in, like you see in this boiler. Only this boiler's got good ones. You see them? She says, yeah, yeah. I said, cool. And then all the stuff goes, all the flame, once the flame dissipates and all the heat's gone pretty much out of the flame area, then the air goes up, it goes up the chimney. And we go outside real quick. We could see there's maybe a little bit of smoke or some water vapor coming out of the chimney to the boiler room. She says, gosh, Daddy, that's cool. She says, now is it lunchtime? I said, well, yes, it is. And we go, I knew of different places along my route that had really good cheeseburgers and French fries. Well, French fries in Pennsylvania are top notch, always good. And they pride themselves on French fries, and or chili dogs. We got either a chili dog or a hamburger or both, and we'd sit there at the counter munching away, talking with the lady behind the counter or the guy, whoever. They'd maybe make Sonny a little something on the house, a little ice cream or something, little dish. She was having a time, spinning on the stools. Yeah. And we'd hop in the car and ride to the next one. Eventually, it'd be about 3. I say, I think I need a coffee. You want another coffee? She says, well, I don't want a coffee, Daddy. I'm just a little girl. I want... Okay, well, you can get whatever you want. She says, okay. And off. And yeah, eventually, Sonny would be sorting my papers in the car as we're riding to. I said, what's the next boiler room we're going to? She said, oh, we're going to the Middlesworth Middle School. I said, okay, good. Let's get to that one. And eventually we get home, have a big supper, and it was a great day. A little father-daughter thing. The boss always thought it was pretty cool. Our boss, Charlie. He says, God, he says, does that, she's kind of tiny. I said, my daughter Sunshine? He says, yeah. He says, maybe we could teach her to be a boiler maker. She'd be good being little. She could crawl right up the pipes and cut and stuff. I said, well, maybe one day, Charlie. I don't know. I guess there's girl boiler makers. He says, well, heck yeah, there ought to be if there isn't. And she is nice. Boy, she'd be good up there working in the in the back of the boiler. I said, well, she's not afraid of being in them. He says, wait a minute. Did you get your daughter into a boiler you were working on? I said, yeah, once. He says, how many times? Okay, 5 times. No, I'm fibbing there a little bit. But she was actually in the boilers a few times with us. If we were doing a job nearby, her and her mom would drop in, and and Sonny would just squawk and cry and yell till we let her climb in with us, and then she'd have to help hold the pipes while we were cutting them. Yeah, it's pretty. She come out all sooty, and a mess. Oh my God, you get so dirty. But she used to like to. When I'd be taking a bath when I got home from being a boiler maker, I'm covered in soot and everything. And she used to love to come into I'd be taking my bath. She'd come in and say, "How you doing, Daddy?" I said, "Oh my God, Sonny, come on." She said, "My God, that water looks like coffee." I said, "Yeah, I know." I got a lot of soot on me today. She says, "Oh God." I said, "Well, you get on back, go watch TV or something. Let me." She said, "Oh, geez." I said, "I want to get all sooty too." She'd be all mad. Anyway, it was pretty cool. But and no, she didn't become a Boilermaker. Became much better. She became a psychic, which is yeah, and she was always pretty good at that, even as a little kid. So anyway, I thought I'd mention good old Sonny, and well, there you go, friends. We'll catch you later. I hope you enjoy these stories. I certainly enjoy telling them to you, and we'll catch you later. Bye now.